And here at Albuquerque, we really want to highlight the major strides we've made in energy efficiency. We're excited to join in on the national holiday and proclaim that it is Energy Efficiency Day also here in Albuquerque. To that effect, we have the mayor has signed a proclamation declaring it Energy Efficiency Day. And this proclamation really reflects how we have paved the way to smarter energy use here in Albuquerque. We're using less energy overall, and it's an important strategy in our fight against climate change. The greenest kilowatt is the kilowatt you do not use. And here at North Domingo Baca, we see an excellent example of that. We have rooftop solar here to generate energy, clean renewable energy on site. We have EV charging stations out in our parking lot, and we've made lighting upgrades, as you can see in this classroom and throughout the building, to ensure that we're reducing our energy use wherever possible. This administration has also made many other energy efficiency improvements over the last several years. Most notably, just a few weeks ago, we unveiled the Brain, which enables for real-time visibility of the city's energy storage, generation, and building control resources. This tool is the first of its kind in the nation, and we are so excited to be able to unveil it here in Albuquerque. During Mayor Keller's administration, we have also adopted the 2018 International Energy Conservation Code, requiring that new construction reduce its energy use. And we've also partnered with Year Out Energy to perform investment-grade audits of over 50 facilities, and we hope that these findings will be able to help us significantly reduce energy and water consumption. And we've also supported the Community Energy Efficiency Project, which has received an additional $100,000 to continue their work over the next year. Mayor's Energy Challenge was also launched under the Keller administration in 2019 and supported local businesses in reducing their energy use. And we've also have the hallmark 3% for Energy Conservation Fund, which voters approved during our bond voting. And it allows for deep energy efficiency retrofits to date in over 100 government buildings, and these improvements have generated nearly 53 million of savings that we receive yearly. Energy efficiency, again, is about doing what we can today to make a more sustainable future for Albuquerque as a whole. And to talk a little bit more about some of the energy efficiency work that we've done in the city and what we continue to champion is Councilor Tammy Fiebelkorn.
Happy Energy Efficiency Day, everybody. This is my favorite day of the year, which might make me sound a little geeky, but those of you that know me know that I've been working on energy efficiency policies and programs for my entire career. And I'm so proud of the work that the city of Albuquerque is doing on energy efficiency, just the stuff that Kelsey outlined, and there was a lot that she didn't say. We are really leading by example on energy efficiency for all city buildings. And it's so important because energy efficiency is great for the environment. It's our best tool against climate change, but it's also really good for individuals. It helps you reduce your bills, it improves your comfort and safety, and it gets us a better community health. So all around, it's a win-win-win. Beyond what the city's doing, I think, for me, the most important energy efficiency programs are those that focus on getting benefits to our frontline and low-income neighbors. And that's why I'm so excited about the Community Energy Efficiency Project that Ona's going to talk about more in detail. But this is really where it gets exciting, where we're able to go out into the community and help low-income people reduce their energy burden, reduce their energy bills, and have more money to spend on other things, and we're actually meeting our climate goals at the same time. So that is incredibly exciting. I wanted to talk about a couple of other things that are happening statewide that the city's going to lead on. Based on the Community Energy Efficiency Project that Ona's going to talk about, we just passed the Community Energy Efficiency Development Block Grant Act at the state level. And this is a $10 million fund that is going to give grants to local jurisdictions to go out into their most energy burdened frontline communities, go into those homes, reduce their energy burden, improve their livelihood, and help us fight climate change and meet our climate goals for the state. So this is a really exciting new project, and it's the first of its kind in our region. In fact, I think it's the first of its kind nationally, so it's really, really cool. A couple of other things that we've done at the state level that benefit every New Mexican is the Sustainable Building Tax Credit. This is a tax credit that really is very innovative. It's the first of its kind. We've always had tax credits for new buildings. If you build a new building that's energy efficient, you get a tax credit. But now, everyday New Mexicans, small businesses, low income, affordable housing can get tax credits for improving the energy efficiency of their existing buildings and homes. So if you were putting in a heat pump water heater, you're putting in better windows and doors, better insulation, or you're even getting ready to be able to charge your electric vehicle at your house, there's a state tax credit for you now. And the really cool part about this is that that is doubled for low-income folks and for affordable housing. And so that gets it almost all the way up to 100% of the cost of those projects for our low-income frontline community members. And it's really exciting to know that that is going to be in place for about 10 years. So we really can see some benefits coming. Another cool thing about the tax credit is that it is transferable. So if you don't have a tax liability, if you're truly a low-income person and doesn't have a tax liability, you can sell that in a market. So you can still get that benefit. It's also refundable. So if you have a small tax liability and you don't need the full $2,000, $4,000 tax credit that you get, you basically get a refund check from the state of New Mexico. So this is a really important provision for existing homes in our state. So those are the kinds of things that we're working on statewide that I think are going to really bring the benefits of our fight against climate change to our frontline communities, make sure that every New Mexican has an opportunity to participate in energy efficiency and energy efficiency programs. I want to mention that there is a lot of money coming into our state over the next couple of years from the Infrastructure Act and the Inflation Reduction Act that can be used on these types of innovative, very unique programs for New Mexico. I want to thank Alex Eubank for being here from the Senator Heinrich's office. Senator Heinrich has been a champion on these legislation pieces. He made sure that the energy efficiency and electrification were included, that there was really a lot of thought put into making them workable for New Mexico. So we really thank him and Alex for their support. And I think the challenge for us now is just making sure that we get that money out the door to everyday New Mexicans. It's a lot of money. It's an unprecedented number of dollars coming into our state, and so we need to make sure we get it out there so the benefits get to everyone. So with that, happy National Energy Efficiency Day. I'm going to turn it over to Owner Porter with Prosperity Works to talk a little bit more about the Community Energy Efficiency Project here in Albuquerque that is so incredible. Thanks.
So at Prosperity Works, we understand that it is only working together that we achieve the goals that we have in mind. And there are many people in this room that have made a difference in our ability to do just that. So let me tell you a little bit about what spawned the big $10 million grant that the councilor was speaking about. So we have a community-to-community model, meaning that we have people in our communities who are identifying those most in need and hardest to reach, and providing them with energy efficiency retrofits. But that's just one part of what we're doing. So the other thing is that both P&M and the gas company, who are partners in this and provide many of the things that you see here, but many of the things that you don't see here, for these low-income retrofits, have lowered the barriers to entry. So what does that mean? It means that now one can either self-attest to their income qualification, or they may be just swept in, as P&M has done. If you're in a Title I school district, you're eligible. Now, the importance of that can't be overstated, that we really have lowered the barriers to entry. It is what allows us to do this work and do it in a hurry. Now, with our community-to-community model, in the South Valley, we were able to do 218 homes in 10 weeks. How do we do that? We had people who were community leaders who were identifying and qualifying and scheduling the work. This is amazing. This is amazing. And the importance of that is, as the councilor said, we're reducing the energy burden. So for most people in this room, probably energy burden is 2 to 3%. That's the part of your annual income which actually you spend on your utilities. Now, we all know that energy is an essential commodity. And so with low-income people, one of the things that we've learned is that many of them have an energy burden of upwards of 20%. Now, 5% is considered high, 10% is considered extreme. But if you look at the energy burdens, for instance, in the International District, then what you see is something that is totally out of control. So not only reducing that, improving the quality of their homes, and many of these are what we call legacy homes. They have had no improvements in years. Now, so we take the opportunities that are offered from the gas company, from P&M, from the city's senior affairs department, city fire department. We put all those together, and then we got $100,000 from the city so we could do other things, right? So we put on Energy Star roofs, we improved the panels in homes, we did heat pumps, a whole variety of things that people would have no access to. Now, in our goals for actually reducing the use of energy and also the carbon emissions in our state and in our city, we cannot reach those without addressing the needs of low-income homes. So it's great thanks to the gas company, to P&M, and to the city of Albuquerque for this. Now, that is what created the model for how we do the $10 million grant. So the cities, counties, tribes get to say, this is what we want to do. They are the experts on what their communities need. So they get to say what they need. The only requirement is they're serving low-income people, and the other thing is they have a community partner. We've demonstrated the model. We know how to do this. So what I want to do is now thank all of those folks who have been part of this, and also specifically Doug Campion and Earthworks. Doug, put up your hand. All you guys that work for Energy Works. The feedback that we get from them, from our customers, when they are in their homes and doing this work is nothing but praise. And so having improved the health, safety, and quality of the home and the comfort of the people who reside there is deeply appreciated by the people who live there. So we're not talking just about the environment. We're not talking just about cost. We really are talking also about preserving aging housing stock, which is actually a critical element in a world where we know that if we lose houses, we can't afford to lose houses, right? That's one of the reasons that we have homelessness all over not only our city and state, but across the nation. So thank you for coming for Energy Efficiency Day. It is not well known that it is the low-hanging fruit. It is the thing that we can do that is most cost-effective, and it is the thing that we must do for all of New Mexico. So thank you for coming.
All right, thank you so much. As Ona mentioned, energy efficiency is the most important tool for mitigating climate change here in Albuquerque. Not only have we saved taxpayer money with the city's own investments in energy efficiency, but we've created a more sustainable future for our future generations. And I really encourage residents of Albuquerque to check out their local utility programs. Energy efficiency programs are available to utility customers at many different income levels, and so everyone should have access to energy efficiency rebates and different types of upgrades they can make to their own home, especially with winter coming. This is a great time to get yourself scheduled for an energy efficiency checkup or audit and find ways that you can reduce your own utility bills while help making Albuquerque greener. With that, I think we'll take a few questions, if there's any questions.
If I was to purchase a solar powered generator, would I be eligible for the tax credit? And if so, how much would I get back on the $2,000 solar powered generator?
So that's not the energy efficiency tax credit. Let me come over here and answer. Is that better? That's not the energy efficiency tax credit. So that is renewable energy. We do have a renewable energy tax credit that's state level. I don't know that anybody up here is an expert on the on the renewable energy one. But for the energy efficiency one, it's for heat pumps, heat pump water heaters, new windows and doors that are Energy Star labeled, better installation, or making your home EV plug-in ready. So,
If new windows were put into a home that I just purchased, would I still be eligible for a tax credit?
it depends on when it went in. So the effective date of the Sustainable Building Tax Credit was January 1st, 2021. They have not finalized the forms yet, but as long as the installation was done after January 1st, 2021, and you have all of your paperwork to show that it was installed by a professional and shows how much you spent, then it would be eligible. Yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions? All right. Thank you guys all for coming out today. And we have some energy efficiency objects up here too. If you guys can grab some people with that, some of our experts. Thank you.
Do we want to do the video?
Yeah, and I can, if you guys want to